Hey guys, it's JD from Ponzo World, and today we're unboxing and reviewing this charging station made by Powstick. Now this is a $36 charging station that you guys can find on Amazon. Links will be down below this video if you want to go pick this thing up. And guess there's not really much more to say about it other than the fact that I'm actually, kind of excited to review this thing. As maybe some of you guys know, I actually have a pretty large Apple collection in my room where I collect iPhones, iPads, many Apple devices, and oftentimes what I have to do is I charge the devices all at once, and typically it actually takes me a couple days because I don't have enough USB ports to actually charge all of them at once. So hopefully this will mostly resolve that issue, or at least get it done a lot quicker. Anyways, let's go ahead and just show you around the box. You can see on the front, it says USB charger. Little picture of what it looks like. Looks like it has fire retardant built in, maybe in case it catches fire or something. That's interesting. Smart IC technology, intelligent quick charge. Has 8 USBs and it also has overload protection. It's pretty nice. Side here, it looks like we have the model number. That's about it for the sides, and then on the back here, just goes over what it does, I guess. That's the model number there, USB outputs, and so on. Looks like it comes with some cords, maybe. I'll have to check that out. There's the label. Let's go and open it up now. And okay, so there it is right in front of you. Looks like over here we have the cord, which is actually looks like it's pretty long. Very nice. And then we have the USB charger right here. So it doesn't come with any cords. A little while back I reviewed actually a USB charging dock kind of thing, kind of just like this one actually, and it came with a couple chargers included in the box. This one doesn't, unfortunately. Anyways, here it is. Looks actually pretty nice in my opinion. I have a button over here probably to turn it on and off. All the USBs right there. Power cord input right there. There it is, pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do now is plug it up and go ahead and try it out. All right, so it is now a few days later, and I've went ahead and had a bit of time to go ahead and mess around with this thing. And so what I did earlier today is that this Kindle here was actually dead. It was at 0%, couldn't get any signs of life out of it. So I decided, hey, let's go and just plug it up now, go ahead and see how it works. So I plugged this little hub here, plugged in the cord here into the Kindle, and boom, instantly started charging. This was a couple hours ago, and now it is at 60%, so it is going up as we speak. I'll give you a little bit of a close-up of the screen here. You can see here it says USB charger. It has the time. You can actually set that 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and 4 hours, which is really cool. You also have the number of which port is being used. In this case here, it is the 7th port being used. We also have the output here, 5.2 volts, along with the amperage. Or then that's just a sign there that's showing that it's charging. So there it is. I'm going to unplug it here. Let's see what it shows up on the screen. And it stops the amperage because obviously it's not charging anymore. Let's go and plug it into the first one here. And then you can see there immediately starts charging, and it shows that it's charging in the number 1 port. So off to the side here, I actually have a couple of Apple devices. So let me go ahead and grab them here. So what I have is an iPad first generation here. The big style here. Set that over here, and then I also have an iPhone 6s along with a pair of AirPods 2nd gens. And I just kind of want to see what it will do, what it'll show on the screen here when multiple devices are plugged in. So first, let's go ahead and get the iPad plugged in here. This is the 30-pin style right here, and actually no, never mind. This is the Firewire version, so I'm gonna have to grab a different cord in a minute. Well, in the meantime, let's go ahead and just try out the iPhone 6s here. Set it off to the side, and let's go ahead and plug it into the 3rd port down here. Let's plugged in, and okay, so it's showing the first is being used and so is the third, and it might, no, I'm not sure. I was thinking maybe it'll kind of go change in between what the amperage is on here and the amperage is on here, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe the iPhone is charging at 1.10, right around there. Yeah, no, so I don't think it's kind of changing in between there. I was hoping to see the amperage that this is drawing and the amperage that this thing is drawing, but I don't think it varies between that. Interesting. So I wonder what is charging at that amperage right now. I believe the actual Kindle is charging at that amperage. Maybe pressing the button. No, that just changes the hour. I'm not sure. So that is something to note when you buy this thing. I don't think you could kind of switch in between amperage to see what is drawing, you know, whatever amperage. So there it is. Let's go ahead and plug in the, let's go and just plug in the AirPods now. And I want to disconnect the Kindle. So I want to see how much amperage the AirPods are going to draw here, since it's a smaller battery. See here. And it's actually not recognizing it. Maybe I have to plug it back in. No. That's weird. Okay, so the AirPods are charging, as you saw there, but it does not show anything on the screen. Oh, there we go. Okay, just took a minute. Now it shows it's charging in the number 2 port, drawing about 0.28 amps. There we go. Okay, so it just took it a second. That's kind of weird. I don't think it did that with the iPhone here. Plug it in again, you can see it is charging. And no, it pretty much recognized it immediately. That's very weird. Okay. Well, anyways, you can see there, it worked. It just took it a second. Also on this thing here, this button here, number 1, with the button, you can just set the number of hours you want it to be on, or you can have it on for, you know, pretty much forever if you just have nothing selected there. And if you press and hold, you can see it actually turns off the screen, and it actually turns off the charging altogether. So if you wanted to just really quickly cut voltage to every device that is charging, press and hold that button, or you can even unplug it if you want, and boom, it will stop charging. Press and hold to turn it back on, or actually just press, you don't even have to press and hold. So there it is. Nice. So far it seems to be working all right. I don't really like that it took it a second there to recognize the AirPods, but it did charge. It just, you know, took it a couple minutes. Also don't really like that it doesn't seem to, you know, vary the screen to show the amperage. With the previous USB hub charging station, whatever you want to call it, that I reviewed, it actually changed the screens. It would kind of like go in between the devices and show the amperage that it's drawing. So I don't think that does this, or does that here though. Anyways, there it is. So I guess now I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my final opinions. All right, so I actually just figured it out. It does kind of switch in between the screens to show the amperage. So let's go and turn the screen on here. You see number 1 is blinking, or no, number 5 now is. And in number 5, it's charging at about 0.90 amps. And then it should switch here to number 7, and number 7 is charging at 0.30 amps. And then it should change to number 1 again. Give it a second here, and now, yeah, switch to number 1, and number 1 is charging at about 0.70 amps. So there we go. It does actually switch in between. I just kind of had to figure it out there. Now, one thing that I don't like about that is that, for example, number 5 is blinking right now. Actually, now number 7 is blinking. How do you know which port is number 7? You don't know if it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or if it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. So I kind of wish they had maybe like a little number next to the USB ports. That's really my only complaint so far. And for the same thing with the AirPods, I went ahead and just plugged those up a minute ago again, and it just takes it a second. I'm not sure why. It's probably something with the AirPods, and maybe it's such a small battery or something. It doesn't do that with the phones though. It only does it with the AirPods, which I find kind of odd. But anyways, there it is. Now what I'll do is give you guys my final opinions. All right, so overall, what do I think of this USB charger? Well, as you guys saw, it seems to be working pretty all right. Again, my main complaint is that I wish they just had these numbered out. It would be really helpful, though I believe if you are going to get this thing just for future reference, I believe it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I believe it goes in that pattern. It still would have been nice, just, you know, so then you didn't, you know, really have to play like a guessing game with that and kind of mess around with it to find out. I just wish they, you know, kind of had a label next to it, but hey, they didn't. Just keep that in mind when you're buying this thing. Also, for the AirPods, according to the AirPods, it started charging instantly, but not according to this thing. It still did it. It just, you know, took a couple seconds, so I found that kind of odd. But again, other than that, it seems to be pretty all right. Seems very well built. It has a whole bunch of USB ports, as you guys saw, and I also like that you could put it on for, well, forever if you want, or 1, 2, 3, or 4 hours, which is pretty helpful. Also shows the amperage output there, which is also really nice to know. If you, for example, want to find out what that iPhone 6s was charging at in terms of amperage, well, you just have to wait until that number blinks over here. And then you could check out the amperage. So that is really cool. I really like that that's included. So yeah, I would say I recommend it if you guys are looking for a USB charger that can charge, well, a whole bunch of devices at once. So yeah, I guess that's really it for this video. Hope everybody enjoyed, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.